Hello to my Bestmed clients. I hope you are having a good end of year. Just a quick video to bring you the changes for 2022 for Bestmed. It's all good news, and yeah, let's dive into it straight away. Right, so Bestmed is the fourth largest open scheme in South Africa, and they are on a big mission to make that to the third or even the second. So that's what they're hoping to do, is really increase the growth of Bestmed. If you didn't know, it's also the largest self-administered scheme, which means that they look after their own costs and administration and can keep a track on that. The solvency ratio for going into 2022 is 47.3%, which is way over what they are legally required to have. And they've also added 4.3 billion to their balance sheet. Just a quick check about COVID. COVID with Bestmed is extremely good. As long as you are showing symptoms or you've been in contact with someone who's COVID positive and you are referred by a healthcare worker like a doctor or nurse, you can go and have your tests done and the scheme will pay whether they are negative or positive. The big news for 2022 is that the premium increase is extremely low, 3.9%, which will give some relief to the members, I'm sure. Let's look at the enhancements. We're going to start off looking at the enhancements for all the different Bestmed plans. So there's a 25% higher limit for the PPN optometry benefits, including frames, lenses and contact lenses for beat, pace and pulse. They've also reduced the co-payments for all non-formulary chronic disease list chronic medication. So when you are prescribed something that's not on the formulary, there are usually co-payments along with that, and what they've done is they've reduced those co-payments. You are charged a subscription for only the first 3 children, so if you have 4 children or more, they come for free. Child dependents are covered until the age of 24, and registered students up to the age of 26. There's also one lactation consultation with a registered nurse or specialist added onto the maternity benefit. Let's check now the different plan ranges. We're looking at beat first. There's higher palliative limits of 60 to 90,000. That's usually end of life. Added rehabilitation services after trauma on all the beat options. Approved chronic medication for major depression, and this will continue even though your funds may be depleted, and that's for beat 4. There's also higher over-the-counter limits of 1,000 Rand per family. Those are for things like headache tablets and Corinza C's and things like that, non-prescribed. Hearing aids are now standalone, and you get on beat 4, you get, actually it's the whole beat range, 11,000 per family every 24 months. Sorry, it is beat 4. Co-payments of 3,800 on beat 1, 2 and 3 for endoscopic procedures, and CT scans no longer apply. So they've taken away those co-payments, which is awesome. Approved medicines for the following conditions are not subject to the non-CDL limit. So organ transplant, chronic renal failure, multiple sclerosis and hemophilia will no longer have a limit on their chronic medication. You can't beat the best, yep, and there are really good free preventative care benefits, so please make sure that you get down to a Clicks or Dis-Chem and have your blood pressure checked and your glucose checked and all those good things. I wanted to point out here, they say all cancers are covered on the Oncology Network benefit through ICON, and that means that you've got a good oncology cover there. And there's also up to 9 additional chronic conditions, which include things like ADHD, which is fantastic on beat 4. Changing now to the PACE range, we've got higher limits for palliative care, 75 to 120,000. This is the more comprehensive range for Bestmed. Again, approved chronic medication for major depression will not cease even if you've used up your funds. There's a higher over-the-counter limit of 1,000 Rand for PACE 1 2 and 3. Hearing aids are now standalone, a little bit less rich than Beat for 8,336 for PACE 1. And then additional orthodontic benefits, which will make a lot of parents really happy, up to 11,000 per event for those members under 18 on all PACE options. There's neuropathy that's been added as a non-CDL chronic condition for PACE 2, autism now on PACE 2, 3 and 4. Formulary co-payments have been removed, PACE 4. Medically necessary breast reductions. So for those ladies who have not been able to get this done in any other manner, Bestmed have now added it back onto their approved list. Continuous and flash glucose monitoring for diabetics, that benefit moves up to 25,000 on PACE 3 and 4, and added lens enhancements benefits for optometry from 750 up to 750 per beneficiary every 24 months, PACE 2, 3 and 4. Right, so no co-payments, no self-payment gaps, no thresholds or deductibles. So a very simple plan, and they are pretty comprehensive. I'd like to just show you quickly the premiums. PACE 1, less comprehensive obviously than PACE 4. So we're looking at 4,242 for a single member, 6,0264 for a single member on PACE 2, 6,918 for PACE 3, and 8,642 on PACE 4. Moving on lastly on to Pulse. We have access to 10 free preventative care benefits, so your flu vaccines, your pneumonia vaccines, back in their program, and a whole bunch more. And then once again, just to point out, all cancers are covered under the oncology benefit with ICON. Right, the Pulse range enhancements, there's higher limits for palliative care to 60,000 for Pulse 1, higher over-the-counter limit to 600 Rand. Specialist benefit limit increased on Pulse 1 to, for a single member, 1,500, or more than one member to 2,500, and removal of all procedure co-payments and penalties. Price for Pulse, remember it's according to your salary or your income. So from 0 to 5,500, it's 1,760. For those earning between 5,500 and 8,500, it's 2,114 for the main member, and for 8,000 above, it's 2,537. Just a quick chat about the preventative care, extremely important. I know a lot of us think it's silly to go just to have a blood pressure check or go and have a glucose check, but honestly, this is the best way to pick up in a timely manner if anything is going wrong in terms of your high blood pressure and all the repercussions that would have, for example. So please go and have them done. It's part of the cost of the medical aid to you. So we've got flu vaccines, pneumonia vaccines. They've added pap smears to the Pulse 1 and mammograms to the Beat 1. They weren't there previously. There's baby growth assessments on all the plans, and there's PSA screenings that's for prostate for the guys, and that has been added to Pulse 1 as well. Maternity benefits. Quite a list of maternity benefits. They've added a lactation consultation for those naughty babies who are not wanting to drink, and then your antenatal supplements, 120 Rand per claim. Only available on Beat 3 and up. Right, there are 8 managed healthcare programs. So if you are diagnosed with oncology, diabetes, HIV, maternity or dialysis, or you need assistance with stomach care, substance abuse or wound care, there are specialist managed care programs that you can take advantage of. I don't often talk about the Tempo, but it is available free of charge to Bestmed members. Let's have a quick look at what you get. Tempo gives you a health assessment with the biokineticist, fitness assessment and 2 follow-ups, nutritional assessments if you need those, also with follow-ups for beneficiaries over 16 and older, and then a whole bunch of other activities that keep you moving and getting fit, like group fitness classes that you can do online, which is lots of fun. Alright, so that's it for me, and I hope that this has given you some indication of what's happening for next year. And if you need a review, and if you're not sure if you should be changing, or if you've got any questions, feel free to contact me and we can set up a review so that you can make any changes you might need to before the end of the year and the new year starts. So take care all.